The Electoral Commission is considering launching an investigation into the Labour Party following concerns that it may have received indirect funding from the European Union. The controversy stems from a £30,000 donation made by the Foundation for European Progressive Studies, a EU-backed organisation, to the Fabian Society, a think tank with close ties to Labour. In today's video, we will discuss the full story whilst also going over the latest news from across the country. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more. Just a quick one to say we do have new One-Kier t-shirts available on our website. Go to britishstand.com or check the link in the description. The watchdog has acknowledged the matter as a potential regulatory concern, following a decision by the EU's Authority for European Political Parties and European Political Foundations to fine FEPS last week for allegedly violating rules on funding foreign political groups. The EU authority determined that the funds amounted to indirect funding of the UK Labour Party. A spokesperson for the Electoral Commission confirmed that the issue is under review, stating, "We are considering this information regarding the Fabian Society as of potential regulatory concern in accordance with our enforcement policy." FEPS was fined £30,000 by the EU watchdog on Monday after being found in breach of regulations that prohibit political foundations receiving EU funding from donating to any party's electioneering funds. The money was reportedly used to fund a conference and book launch in January 2023, which was attended by multiple Labour politicians. Under Electoral Commission rules, donations of more than £500 to members' associations, such as think tanks or campaign groups affiliated with political parties, must come from permissible sources. Furthermore, donations exceeding £11,180 must be formally reported to the Commission. The Fabian Society, which received the funding, has long been recognised as a Labour-affiliated organisation with deep connections to the party's leadership. The Society itself openly acknowledges these ties, prominently stating on its website, "We are affiliated to the Labour Party and work very closely with Labour politicians." The group also boasts of its historical influence over the party, adding, "Every Labour Prime Minister has been a Fabian, and today hundreds of Labour politicians are members of the Society, including Labour leader Keir Starmer MP." Senior Conservative figures have condemned the funding arrangement, with Conservative Party co-chairman Nigel Huddleston MP branding the situation scandalous. Huddleston stated, "Brexit was a liberating moment for this country, and to see Labour groups taking wads of cash from EU groups is simply scandalous." He went on to argue that British voters would be rightly shocked by the revelations, accusing Labour of undermining the country's post-Brexit independence. The British public demanded we no longer kowtow to Brussels diktats, and will rightly be shocked. The Droitwich and Evesham MP further demanded that Labour publicly commit to rejecting any future funding from EU-affiliated organisations. If Labour are serious about Brexit and are not planning to undo the progress made to further our country's independence from Brussels, they must commit to taking no further funding from this group. Despite accepting the fine, FEPS has strongly defended its funding of the Fabian Society, insisting that its actions were entirely legitimate. A spokesperson for FEPS responded to the allegations, stating, "As a political foundation, FEPS cannot be expected to be non-political, and it is certainly within the remit of FEPS's mission to provide advice, guidance, and input for social democratic policymakers and organisations." However, the EU watchdog upheld the fine, asserting that FEPS was penalised because of indirect funding of the UK Labour Party and because of exceeding the task limitations set for European political foundations. With the Electoral Commission now assessing the case, Labour could soon find itself under formal investigation over its financial links to EU-backed groups. If found to have breached funding rules, the party could face significant penalties, both legally and politically. As scrutiny intensifies, Labour will need to decide whether to distance itself from EU-affiliated funding sources or risk further criticism from those who argue the party is still too closely aligned with Brussels. In other news, Labour's new border security bill has been branded an insult to the British people, after it was revealed the party would be repealing a number of Tory-era rules on illegal migrants. As part of the bill announced earlier this week, parts of the Illegal Migration Act 2023 are set to be repealed, including rules that almost all illegal arrivals would never be able to gain British citizenship, and that asylum seekers should be treated as adults if they failed to take age tests. Labour's bill has been hailed as a counter-terror style crackdown by the party. But Shadow Home Secretary Chris Philp has warned that it will only lead to dangerous young men being placed with teenage girls. Philp told The Telegraph, "Man makes the UK the soft touch of Europe. Starmer is a weak Prime Minister. He is weak on borders and is weak when it comes to protecting our borders, our children and our people. I will fight tooth and nail against this craven capitulation to illegal immigrants and people smugglers when the bill comes to Parliament. Children are much more likely to be granted refugee status in Britain, and as a result, thousands of migrants lie about their age to try and gain asylum in this country. Currently, small boat arrivals undergo an assessment by 2 Home Office staff who judge their physical appearance and demeanour. But classifying someone claiming to be a child as an adult requires a very strong suggestion that they are significantly over 18 years of age. All other major European countries, including France and Germany, use medical tests to help determine the ages of younger asylum seekers. Labour has pledged to retain some powers from the 2023 Act, and has said it reserves the right to legislate to introduce stronger sanctions if necessary. But the repealing has sparked fury from migration hardliners Suella Braverman and Rupert Lowe, the former of which said Labour is decriminalising illegal migration to the UK. Under the Tories, almost anyone who entered the country illegally was ruled ineligible for settled status and eventual citizenship. And now Braverman has said the bill removes all the security and provisions we had put into place to keep the UK safe and is a disgrace. To put it bluntly, it is an insult to the British people. It shamefully opens up our borders and disgracefully allows illegal immigrants to become citizens. If you enter the UK illegally, you should be detained, deported, and banned from ever returning. While Lowe said, our asylum system is already as soft as a boiled maggot. Zero tolerance is required. It is abundantly clear that thousands of males are fooling the incompetent Home Office through lies over their age, sexuality, religion, and more. It is a scam. The word of the migrant is often taken as the truth, with the benefit of the doubt regularly implemented as official policy. A Home Office spokesman said, the new border security, asylum, and immigration bill introduces workable measures to strengthen cross-system operational efforts to tighten border security, enhance upstream work with international partners, and help ensure a properly functioning, secure immigration system. The Illegal Migration Act has largely not been commenced, including this measure on age assessments, nor will it be under this government's policy, which focuses on delivering long-term credible policies that restore order to the asylum system. We have robust processes in place to verify and assess an individual's age where there is doubt, including the National Age Assessment Board, and have maintained the provisions on scientific assessments from the Nationality and Borders Act 2022. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.